Hi Pisces, what's going on, guys? Before we get into this, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I hope everybody is doing well. Looking at the Ace of Cups, so either someone has their eye on you or you have your eye on somebody. I'm looking at the Page of Swords here. Yeah, somebody may be interested in starting something new with you. Or you may be interested in starting something new with someone. I'm looking at Justice and the Hierophant popping out. So highlight of Taurus and Libra energy. And now I'm looking at Virgo. Yeah, somebody, remember, energies can always be reversed. Somebody has definitely had their eye on you and they want to start something with you. It's like this person, when they think about it, they definitely are like having a vision about like what this can turn into, what this can be. But they may still be in the phase of like learning about you or like gathering information. But I'm seeing like behind it, their intention is like love, starting something with you, seeing where things go. There's a sense of excitement that's tied into this as well. There's a sense also I'm hearing of feeling like they're connecting with something important. There's also a sense of trying to figure out what this means as well. But they're trying to make something happen, I'm seeing. It seems almost like they're trying to get enough information to actually be able to approach you, but they want to like come across in the right way is what I'm getting. It's like they care about coming through in a balanced way. Like they also care about like how you're perceiving them. It's like they want to be honest with you. They want to also seem balanced when it comes to like emotionally how they're handling themselves as well. But there's definitely a sense of getting to the point of feeling like they absolutely want to express something to you, Pisces. Let's see what this is about. Wow. Yeah, for some of you too, there's a sense of knowing that you want to start something new, and so you recognize that something else had to come to an end. This is something that, because I'm looking at the Six of Cups next to this over here. It's like something that may have been a long time coming that finally came to an end. This would be somebody that you have history with, like some long time connection even that you've had. but something that needed to finish because you knew it was out of balance. And it kind of feels like making room for something new to come through for you. Intuitively, you knew that this had to happen, I'm getting, because I'm looking at the High Priestess. And after you like went through with this ending, or maybe it's something you're going through right now, there's a sense of feeling so much more connected with your intuition because of that. Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Mercury, the moon. Yeah, boundaries needed to be set. It's interesting because it feels like such a switch out. It's like you could have been like in the midst of something that felt very difficult to move through, but once you finally can wipe your hands of this, there's a sense of like feeling reinvigorated by something, feeling inspired, feeling motivated, and I'm seeing it be tied into love and something that you feel very connected with. It seems too like because of this ending as well, there's a sense of reflecting and being like, why did that pattern continue to repeat itself? Like, what do I like about that situation? What do I hope not to experience again? So it's like this whole inner dialogue that's happening when it comes to what it is that you want. And like really analyzing this and being like, where am I listening to my intuition? Where can I raise that voice of my intuition as well? Like, how do I get more connected? Like, even thinking too about this, it's like, maybe I need more time to myself to actually like be thinking about things and getting connected with myself. Because I'm seeing like such a build of trust when it comes to like you getting connected with the High Priestess. And when I say that, we're personifying the intuition, like the higher self. So when I say getting connected with the High Priestess, I'm talking about you getting connected with an aspect of yourself. And I'm seeing like the more that we get connected with her, the more we're feeling trusting of her, like the better of a relationship and like rapport you're building with that aspect of yourself. And also trusting that it's not going to lead you astray when it comes to what you're looking for, where your satisfaction lies, where your happiness lies, what you're meant to be pursuing. Yeah, I'm seeing some sort of new beginning that feels very happy and exciting. But not in like an uncontrolled manic type of way. This is something that feels exciting because it like resonates so strongly with you. And I'm seeing too, the more that you're getting in touch with yourself, the more you're getting in touch with like your self-esteem and your love and your like innate gifts and abilities, there's a sense as well, I just saw 808 on the time, there's a sense of as well of learning how it is that you want to be expressing these things as well. And like because of you stepping into that energy that is so absolutely authentic to who you are, you start then attracting within your environment and externally energies that come around you, because when we are like in that authentic light, there's a sense of like truly being able to get connected with other people that are also in their authentic light. And when we shy away from being within our authentic light, we may form connections with people, but they're based off of false pretenses. So there's a sense of loneliness that's instilled in this. But in like getting to this place where you're knowing yourself better and like uncovering who you are at your core, there's a sense of like being more confident heading in that direction and feeling the community that surrounds you as well, the people that surround you as well, because of this and because you're attracting that energy in, because you're vibrating so highly, because you're so authentic to who you are and acting in alignment with that. And it takes reflecting to be able to do that too. It takes understanding why you're doing what you're doing, why you're saying what you're saying, who you're also holding conversations with. Yeah, there's a sense of really investing in yourself, investing in the things that bring you happiness. For some of you, I'm seeing stuff going on with art. I'm seeing colors and stuff here. It's like maybe you're even investing in things that you feel passionately about, or um things that help you to relax, different coping strategies even that you could be exploring, artistic expression as well. It's like investing in things just for the sole purpose of them bringing you joy and fulfillment. So this feels too like getting in touch with your inner child too in that way. It's like the parts of you that want to play and be happy, how you want to express yourself, and like kind of pulling yourself back from like being in a space where you feel like you may be looked at in a way of judgment, and it's like just letting all of that go and like standing in those shoes that you feel fit you so well, regardless of other people's opinions. It seems to, as I said before about like investing in things that are healthy coping strategies and whatnot, it seems like that's also helping you sort through some like maybe big feelings or conflicted feelings that you were having, conflicting feelings that you were experiencing. Like, because sometimes too, when we have something that we're dealing with, say say you're coloring mandalas, you're in that space where you're doing that and kind of quieting your mind, sometimes inadvertently, maybe also on purpose occasionally, there's a sense of like being able to work out emotional stuff, but because you're focused on an activity, it kind of brings your mind into like a one pointed way. It's this similarly to meditating as well. It's like when you can quiet the mind enough to actually work through things, you can hear what's going on and like all of the restlessness and everything that you're feeling. So there's a sense of you choosing to invest your time and energy in things that are actually, they both feel fulfilling and happy to you. And there's a sense as well of being able to also work through things emotionally because you're doing this. So it's like beneficial to you in multiple areas of your life. And maybe too, until you get comfortable just sitting with yourself, it's a good way of like kind of immersing yourself into that world of self-reflection in a way that's beneficial. Because sometimes we can self-reflect and get in a place where it's like you just feel like you keep thinking about the past and it's very hard to control the mind. But there's a sense of like needing to exercise that in order to get your mind to focus where you want it to focus. And that's how you get in touch with your intuition in the way that you're looking to. And it's helping you understand, too, what could have had you feeling at odds with your intuition as well. Here you are. Yeah, it seems even like you could have been going through some stuff where it had kind of pulled you away from what it is that you were being called towards on your path. It's like you may realize in spending time doing something that you enjoy doing, you can like sit in that moment and be like, wow, I've been really like pulled out of alignment because of this other stuff that I've been doing, and it's kind of helping you get back on track is what I'm sensing here. For some of you too, there's a sense of like doing something, exploring something that you feel very passionately about, like something that comes from the depths of you that you want to be working on. Like there may be a new project or something that you're going to be exploring that you feel just completely happy about. This can even be like a side project or a side hustle that you're doing too. But it's like I'm seeing it not be related to the money. Like this is all about the joy that it brings you, whatever this is that you're focusing on. And there's a sense of just like genuinely feeling this so much because it feels so innately a part of you, and it's coming from such a place of I'm hearing generosity, interestingly enough. So maybe some of you are doing like some type of service, either for others or for yourself. Self-care. It's something definitely also that boosts your self-esteem and has you feeling more connected with yourself too. For some of you, there's also a sense of like looking around and gaining like inspiration or even information about something that you want to be creating, something that you want to be expressing. There's a sense of like being in that period of still figuring that out now. It's like I want to invest in something, but maybe still figuring out what exactly it is that you want to be investing in. And there's a sense too of like checking through things that you've been involved in, things that you've been participating in, habits, cycles, all of that stuff, and being like, which of these things elevate me? Which of these things are not elevating me? What do I want to participate in? Which of these things are old cycles that I just need to stop doing? Like, what do I feel, what do I do? What do I participate in that has me feeling good about myself? And also questioning and being like, when I do this, I don't feel good about myself and it's not something that I want to keep doing. And following through with that and actually ending those things. And this can be anything. This can be like environments that we're in. This can be habits. Anything that when you think about it, and this is about being so conscious about what it is that you're participating in, because it can be like you watch a certain type of media and when you walk away from it, you're like, I feel so anxious, like I don't like the way I'm feeling because of that. Or I don't know, overeating. It's like anything that you can be participating in, like any overindulging or things that you feel like are out of balance, that when you check in with yourself, you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't feel good when I'm doing it. And also the opposite too. It's like when you engage in things that feel fulfilling and thrilling and inspiring to you, it's like doing more of those things and feeling like that sense of equanimity that you get when you're participating in things that are in alignment for you. For some of you too, there could be some more traditional practices that you've been kind of at odds with, maybe because of like how they came across to you at a certain point in time. It's like I'm even seeing for some of you this could be tied into like tradition, religion, things like that. And it's like because of the experience that you had maybe when you were younger, there's a sense of like feeling put off about these things. So maybe you're even like recreating this in your own way. It's like what fits for me when it comes to my morals and my values and like my spirituality, if you want to call it that. And like settling things when it comes to like why you had been feeling conflicted about those things and really thinking about it. And it's like in not pushing away things any longer and allowing things to come and allowing things to go and like filtering things out in this whole internal process that we're doing. There's a sense here of getting more in touch with your intuition. There's a sense too of pulling away from things that bring you any sort of, I'm hearing self-doubt, internal conflict, even if they're patterns, because I'm getting for some of you too, there could be some stuff that like you start doing but you continue doing it for arbitrary reasons, or maybe because it's ingrained in you somehow. And there's a sense of like stepping back out of that space and being like, just because I did this growing up or just because I was taught that, like, do I actually agree with that, or does that not agree with who I am anymore? Like, does this still resonate with me? And like really analyzing that and being like, anytime feelings of inner conflict come up, it's like, why is this happening? Or even getting into arguments with other people too, it's like feeling at odds and being like, why is this happening? Where is this coming from? And because of getting more in touch with yourself and understanding as well, like what makes you tick and what makes you feel at peace, there's a sense of feeling more in touch with your intuition. And it's because of like this whole perspective shift that's been going on. Because I'm seeing like such a deep look into yourself, Pisces. And really feeling like so much more connected with the High Priestess, so much more connected with like the essence of who you are. Because especially the way I'm seeing it, it's like you looking so deeply within, because this is all about like in your time that you have to yourself where you are not affected by those around you and you really have that quiet time of meditation, of looking within, of like doing all of these things where you're reflecting. You get so connected with yourself. And I see the High Priestess not just as the moon. I also see this representing the 12th house, which is Pisces. And then we also have Neptune here, which is like double Pisces energy. And it's about getting in touch with that part of yourself that is like that psychic energy, that in touch energy, that like higher knowing that you have as well, and not denying that any longer. Because sometimes too we can shy away from like the things that can be used against us at times. So it's like when we feel very vulnerable, sometimes we create circumstances that cut us off from those feelings because we don't want to be taken advantage of. But this is about actually opening yourself up and creating that space of vulnerability, and knowing too that when you open yourself up to that, it's not just that sense of like empathy and compassion you open yourself up to, you're also opening yourself up even further to explore your intuition, and know too that like if you're in danger or if you need to protect yourself, you're also going to be alerted about that because you're so in tune with yourself. So to go over the zodiacs again, I'm looking at Libra, I'm looking at Taurus, I'm looking at Virgo, Mercury, the moon, and Neptune here. Alright, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.